Hello and welcome to this video on the Terragen. When we're going to focus on creating those vertical walls, primarily how they can overhanging kind of rocks, maybe some with strata elements and other things. So overall, if we look just right here above in this example, let's zoom out. So what we're going, it is creating this canyon inside. And as we're creating this dry canyon, those walls, usually they're straight, not interesting. So all what we're going to do, it is be sure those walls have those elements that is bring and look more natural. So they don't just a flat going down. They have some overhanging, they have some additional elements. Like for example, right here, you can see those elements. So we'll go ahead and let's start working the Terragen and see how we can create this view there. Okay, so we start by creating our canyon path. And to do this, we're actually going to use the paint shader. So right here, let's go ahead and zoom out. And you can see we have our basic setup. So when you're going like File, New, and you just create a new view, this is what we have. We have it very basic with simple shape, which is creating this kind of plateau look for us. On the middle, we also have our fractal terrain and fractal warp terrain. So it's very basic. What I want to do, it is take path and drawing right here in the middle what we're going to use. For this, we're going to right click, go to the shaders, we'll go to color shaders, and we'll select the painted. So this will be our element where we can start painting stuff. You don't necessarily need use this just for the canyons. You can also use it for the mountains. You can use it for distribution materials, anything where you want to control artistically by painting or placement elements. So now we create paint shaders. We can go inside our menu with the paint, click and select start painting, and we'll select painted shader 01. So we'll go select this one. You'll notice it's a little bit too large. So I'm going double time click to open properties for paint shaders. And I'm going to set my brush to about 300 meters. I think that will be about right size. Let's adjust, zoom out. You know what, maybe 300 a bit too big. So let's go maybe even says 200, just a little bit smaller. The one thing I found out, if you start painting, click and start dragging, it does not show display. So what you want to do is click once till it start painting. And now after this, when I start painting, it actually will start showing me how it's going. And I'm just going to create kind of squiggly lines, may go back, painting a little bit more in some areas, a bit farther, kind of, just different shapes creating right here. I think like right there, maybe going okay. Okay, when you're done with this, we need to go back to our paint tool and select stop painting. So here we have our painting shader. So now I want to add this somehow to display that path. To do this, we're actually going to use a displacement. So let's readjust these elements. And I want to put a displacement. So right click, going to create shaders, displacement shaders, and we'll go select the displacement. So let's place it right there. And now my painting shader, I want to connect to the mask element for displacement shader. Let's go ahead, open displacement shader. Okay, let's go ahead, open. And we want to set maybe about 100 just at the beginning so we can see it. So next, what I want to do, it is connecting my displacement to fractal terrain. As we're connecting, you can notice right here we have a pair. However, it's maybe a little bit too, it's tall. We want actually going down. So for this, we need to go negative. If you're using slider, you'll notice it does not work. So we need to type in. And let's go press 100. I think 100 maybe is a little bit too flat. So let's go to try minus 300 for this. that is will look a little bit more as a canyon to me. So now I can go ahead and take my camera and kind of position inside right here so I can preview. Again, we'll see, maybe 300 will be too tall, but it's maybe work just fine. Okay. So I kind of like this position, just only maybe open a little bit more in this area to showing. So for this one, let's go back a little bit out and maybe just painting slightly around this corner. Just cut a little bit wider open. We can always do this by selecting our paint shader, go back to our painting tool, start painting. So we'll select this one and we can start painting just maybe around here to cut off some of these elements. Okay, right there. And now we can go ahead and stop painting. And you can see how it did remove and create it for us. So let's go back to our camera position. Actually, this time I want to preview, see if it's getting better. Yeah, right here, just slightly view. Okay, like maybe around here. There you go, something like that, I think. So we can see a little bit angle. Like this, maybe. Okay, there you go. Okay, so when we're done with painting, creating, but I'm looking, it's too smooth. So if we preview, you can see those lines. And it is just an idea, but the edges or walls does not look realistic to me at all. So what I want to do is add some fractals, some more powerful fractals. So I know what we're going to do. In the shaders, we'll go to displacement, and we're going Power Fractal Shader version 3. So we'll go to edit this stuff. Okay, right here. Before we do, let's actually see what's happening. So if I'm going from my displacement to Power Fractal, and we're going to connect here, then what's happening, it is adding, but we can see it's add everywhere. So if we're going to modify, and let's just for now take displacement, we'll just add a bit more displacement. You can see it is placing everywhere. And from top map, we can see all over places. So first things what I want to do, I want actually to set mask. So I don't want the displacement everywhere. I just want in my canyon. But next, what's happening, if we look on this displacement, and let's go take it down to 10 maybe, it's happened on the bottom and less on the walls. It does not even going horizontally out of the walls. It's what I wanted, but it's still going up. To make it work properly, we need to tell in Terragen that it's need calculate normals going vertically. To do this, we need actually use it compute terrain. So I'm going highlight, Control C, Control V, copy, paste, or you can just go to select from drop menu. I found sometimes it's much faster just copy them from here. And now I want to take my displacement, my compute terrain, and put before fractal selection. As I'm doing this, you can see how much it's changed. So now it's everywhere included on the walls, which is actually what I wanted. At this point, I just need to modify how this will represent, how that will showing. So and we're going to modify some of the settings. Let's go start with the scale. First off, my lead in scale, which is the largest details. Let's go put it maybe about 950, something around there. Our smallest one, maybe about, it is again in meters, so we'll go put it maybe about 0.06, so not too big. The feature scale is what we want, it's overall. And when that one, let's go put it 50 for now. So that one create kind of nicer already looking mountains. It's not too bulging, but again, we have it more realistic now walls looking. Next things we want to do, it is going and work a little bit on displacement. So displacement, it's currently 10. So let's go see what happened when we pop up 120. So now you can see we have a huge, massive blocks coming. So we can do now, it is reduce a little bit of roughness. Maybe 7, something like this, 7.5. So just remove some of those edges, take it off. Next, let's go inside the tweaking noise. And right here is things we're using a purlin. And you can see how they make a nice effect, except I want to switch to pillow in this case. So what's happening, it is creating nice overhanging rocks, but there are also a bunch of them on the bottom, which I not necessarily like how it looks. So I'm going to my displacement, and from along the normals, now it's go from all of them. I'm just setting literal only. So, and you can see how it is make our ground just a little bit less, but at the same time we have nice hanging rocks on our sides of our canyon. So that is look a little bit more interesting. In this case, we have this nice overhanging going. Again, remember, we're painting, so you can paint mountains, you can paint whatever you like it, but this is just showing you size of the walls, how we can do it. Okay, so that is look kind of nice with adjustment and tweaking at this point. However, next, what I want to add small details, and let's just do this. Let's go ahead and we'll just take this, put it a little bit down. Let's increase size of our area, and we're going inside shaders, and we'll go to select displacement shaders, and we'll go and select fake stones. So we'll just place it fake stones right here, and we'll just kind of connecting from fake stones. Before we can go to the base, let's just put it one more, copy paste again our compute terrain. So we'll calculate proper normals. We'll just go right here and connect to our base colors. Okay, with our fake stones, let's look one thing. So when we open and we'll take stone density like crazy amount, they will go again all over places. So we want to take our paint shaders and connect to our stones. So this way they will be just only in our area where we want them. So they won't be like on a top or other elements. Now with the stone density, let's reduce a little bit size. We'll go with the shapes, pop up just a little bit on the pancakes and tallness, so just a little bit bulging them out. Also, stone scale, let's go 1.2, just a little bit bigger, so they're not so small. Maybe pop up density up. And variation in density, we'll go 1.1 in this case. And variation in scale, it's a 10, we'll go 15. So we'll have bigger variations going around. Okay, I think this is about, is it right? Okay, let's go ahead, click on the render, and I want actually render preview right now. Okay, so render is kind of done, and I can look, it's look okay. Definitely lighting need rework, but you know what, I maybe don't like my displacement on 300, so let's go ahead, switch maybe to 200. Okay, that will bring up, it's meaning I need to take my camera and just adjust my camera a little bit up and zoom it out. Let's see, think this way a little bit better, like this. So I don't want a little bit too tall, 300 meters, I think 200 maybe even too tall for this. So we can even try maybe going with about 150 meters. So let's see if that one will come up a little bit better looking. Okay, yeah, that one just a little bit more smaller kind of. But again, we still have it. Let's add camera to the spot. We still have it nice overhanging going around there. Yeah, like this maybe. There you go. So we have it kind of nice point. Rock is up front of us, so let's pass this rock right there. There you go. Okay, so next let's go kind of work on the coloring of this. So we have it our base color, and you know what, let's copy paste our base color. So we'll just have two of them. One will be working with our fake stones, and another ones will work with just something above this. For example, we can go and connect directly to maybe like compute to the displacement. Probably, yeah, we can do with displacement, just place it right there and just go directly. Okay, so let's go our base color will set, and we'll go to color modifications, and let's go set maybe something a little bit more dying green almost color. So right here, and our darker pop up, and kind of a little bit more this color. So that way we have it overall coloring. Let's enable our preview on material so we can see the colors distribution in this. Okay, so that is the first color. Let's go create our second color, and we'll just connect to next. And this one will just go to from displacement, connect right here, and let's go with this color. Now we'll go select maybe something more warmer. So it will go apply right there, and on this one drier. Okay, so you'll notice it's kind of going cover about a same coloring, so we still need apply a little bit more, but overall this is our base color. And masking, we can go with displacement. So our top one, you know, maybe even going, let's say paint shader, so we'll should even a little bit more add coloring to those areas. Yeah, you can see coloring happen here. So I want just to check colors on this one. Check our colors. Yep, it's right here. I did not set, so we'll go set maybe about around this color and darker, a little bit reddish. Okay, maybe this one set as warmer as well. So as we're going down, it's getting a little bit more warmer. And this one, as I said before, we'll just set, okay, there you go. So something like this, I think, may work, adjusting a little bit better on the colors. Okay, so we have our these base colors. Let's go now add something maybe to copy paste on our colors to the rocks. So we'll go set up here, connect to our daisy chain, and we'll just take from our fake stones. Actually, you know, let's go before even compute, before merge together, just from fake stones. We're connecting there, and in our coloring, be sure we're in the right one. Just different. Let's go select red. I just want to be sure it's yep, it's I think it's where our rock's going. So now we'll select them a little bit lighter, and same right here, we'll select just a little bit lighter, different coloring on this. But I still think maybe this is a little bit too red. So let's go back to this color and set a bit more to the yellowish kind of. So adjusting this one. Let's preview these colors so we all look good here. And our rocks kind of, there you go. So adjustment a little bit. Also, as we're working with the fake stones, let's go take density, just reduce slightly on this again. Okay, let's go ahead and just render preview our colors right now, see what we have. Okay, as rendering completed, I can see maybe it's a bit too many rocks. We need it or fill up or just remove them. But I think maybe just make them less rocks around this area. So let's go back to fake stones. We'll go to density, and let's take density way down. So we'll put around 1 point. We'll go increase stone scales maybe to about 2, as well as its density variation, so that is it will be a little bit larger rock. So now maybe 2, 1, keep it at 1, same. We'll just make them smaller and a little bit more flatter. So I think that with the rocks. Next we'll go to our power fractal, and with the displacements, let's go take it down to 110, just a little bit smaller so they don't stick as much out. Okay, at this point I think we can start work on Atmos. So in the first one, actually I want to go to sunlight, and let's move our sun. Okay, enable our atmospheres. We'll move just a little bit out so it's not. Okay, right here, details. Okay, so the sun is not necessarily just hitting. We want to add shadows, but not. Let's move a little bit more away this way. So we'll have it. There you go. Shadows just a little bit better, I think, right here. So we have nice highlights, but at the same time we have good shadows and elements right there. Okay, let's go to our atmosphere, and I want to add a little bit more clear kind of effect, almost painting. So for this we'll take our haze, and we'll just take haze maybe 0.3 around there. We'll take pop up this one a little bit higher. Okay, our blue sky, let's go put it to about 9.5. I think this will work well. Okay, next let's go to our lighting, and we'll go environment lighting, and we'll go to ambient occlusion. I want to set this way. Let's increase strength a little bit on the surface, so we'll increase, make it quite a bit brighter. It will bring some shadowing effect to this, mostly right there. And let's decrease color on the surface and take way down color in atmospheres, same as atmospheres. So overall I'm going for this kind of cyanish look, you know, with a warmer, something interesting effect. Okay, so on the sunlight here, what I want to do is first enable 2 soft shadows. So I want them kind of be not very hard edge adjustment this way. And we'll go to sunlight. Okay, well, let's pop up strings on the sun a little bit brighter maybe. So we'll have it just a little bit like around there. Okay, we can take elevation maybe to 23. Just drop down. It will give us a little bit warmer look. Okay, and soft shadows, I think we'll just leave it. Maybe pop up a little bit simple and higher for the better quality, but I think that is good. Let's go now inside our render settings, and right here, quality, what I want to do, it's enable path tracing. So just, it's a new, was introduced, and it's worked very well. I mean, it's produced unbelievably nice result, but we want to take anti-aliasing and increase maybe to about 5, so it will also produce better result. And lock, and I'll set to HD resolution. Okay, I think that one is about right. Let's save our work before we begin. Okay, and I think we're ready to render our image. So I'm going to pause this tutorial for now, and we'll come back to this video soon when render is completed. Okay, so I'll start rendering. I kind of don't like this straight line going top one, so let's go stop this. I'll just stop this render, and like this line, it's too straight for me, so I want to change something. To do this, we actually can go inside, and remember we have it output right in around this area. We could add another fractal, so we'll go have it another power fractal, And we can put it right here between the compute. Only now I want also take my shader, connect to this. But in this case, if we open, I want to invert mask. So I want this affecting outside, not inside. So now on the displacement, we can also go ahead in our shaders. We can make 120 example, and it will affect, you can see like those areas outside a little bit more. So we have it now kind of mountains almost create, not just a flood. Again, we can take our simple shape and working that way, but I think this way kind of can be interesting effect as well. Okay, next we'll scale. Let's go increase maybe to 15 feature scale. We'll pop up this one a little bit higher, and let's set 0.1 10 centimeters the scale, so that it will modify slightly. And maybe feature scale too large, so let's go to 5. Just take it down a little bit on this one, and the same larger scale with 60. So we'll just go modify slightly, not as much. Okay, it's take a second till it's render, but you will notice we'll have it nicer, kind of more interesting, I think, look edges instead just straight line, so it will apply it. Let me go see just one, because I did like that peak when it's come up, like this one peak was there, so it was look kind of interesting. Okay, let's go to restore lead in scale. So yeah, that one is kind of sized. Okay, let's go to 2 on my features, so it will pop a little bit on the side right there, and maybe to 5 now. So we'll just increase our feature scale. Yep, there you go, a little bit up. Okay, so just apply a little bit to the side. How I say, we could just take this simple shape, remove it, but in this case I can apply what I wanted on the side, kind of make those interesting effects as well. Okay, let's go now to tweaking noise, and you'll notice we do have some effect. So if we switch to below, it will be make kind of almost like a lava look. Not necessarily maybe work very well in this situation, but it's make a little bit blobby type. So I'm gonna go, yeah, let's go enable our render, so you can see it's going to not necessarily work very well. In this case, let's go back to our Perlin one. Okay, this displacement, we'll just take roughness down, so we should smooth a little bit, maybe even more. Okay, so it should smooth that one out. Okay, right here. We could also just take another coloring, but I think this way work nice. And displacement 120. Let's go to 100, so it should drop this mountain down. It won't be that tall. And of course, if we're going to like 50, we'll just change slightly shape, so it won't be very kind of tall. I think 50 maybe even work well, because we still have it plateaus, but it's not total flat. So maybe like this will do it. Okay, so again, go ahead, save. Be sure you save your work as you're going. And at this point, I think let's go to just render again. And again, when we render, again, I'm looking, I don't like those peaks, how they come up. So stop again. And I know it's kind of going back and forward in some case, you know, try, but I do want to have it look very nice. So, and I'm sure it's displacement. So let's go to displacement 15. Okay, and I think we can go scale, and lead in is increasing. It's what giving us those high peaks. So we'll just increase the highest details. It'll be right there, and the feature scale maybe pop up to a little bit more 6. So I want to change overall shapes. I don't want to change too much those peaks creating. I don't think that was looking very nice. So but flat, it's kind of balance between flat or kind of creating almost like those peaks, and you know, displacement maybe even 10. So on the large ones it should work just fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and start again, save it, render, and restart our render. So how I say, those peaks does not look good at all. Okay, so right here we have it, our render is completed. Mostly what I was looking in this tutorial is just look on this side of the walls. Of course, we're touching a bit atmosphere, some ground, but overall how we can creating those interesting looking kind of not straight down walls, and this is in a way we can do it. Of course, the other ways we can make it look kind of different if you want it. It is change on different type of the displacement. So this is our actually right here, our fractal. This is our main control for the wall size. So if you're going to in a noise and you switch maybe to Varna, which will make a round kind of rocks, if we're going back to Perlin type, and we're also going to in displacement actually scale right here and make a little bit more on a smaller scales, and reduce the lead in to make kind of a little bit smaller size, so we can almost create it, you know, totally different looking smaller rock size right here. Okay, or also let me go adjust this camera for a second. The other things as before, if you want it, just use it your nose stretch. So if we're going and set, for example, on an X to about 25 maybe, then we'll have it definitely more as a strata look, because they start kind of going towards that. Again, we can do 25X and Z maybe, you know, let's go take maybe 15 on a Z. Actually, you know what, 10 probably will do better, more visible for this. Okay, so if we set this 10, then as it's finished rendering, let's disable our sound, so we'll have it a little bit more, and disable materials, have a faster render time on this. So, and if you look, we'll have it a little bit more kind of lines assigned. Okay, let's go switch terrain type. And again, that is what I was saying, it will have it more as a strata look. So again, it's depend on what kind of noise you're using. You can achieve totally different result. Lava look, it's what was before, bulging things, strata with a sharper rocks in there. But again, just playing with our fractal, with this power fractal and other things will help us to do this. And you can see right here already, even on preview, we have those lines going that we can modify as a strata lines. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like it, please subscribe on YouTube to the channel, give us thumbs up, help support the work going forward. I also have it on Patreon supporters. You can download the project files there as well. And again, thank you for all your support.